This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runner's Alley. We are at the 2018 Middle School D3 Championship. We're about to witness the girls' race. Meet Hub this year for middle school is brought to you by Willem Verwij, your physical therapy experts. So looking at today for girls, we do expect Deerfield to show up pretty well. They're looking to defend their 2017 state championship title. Other schools to keep an eye on, definitely Stratford and Barrington have been giving them some good races in the Southeast League. Do expect to see some good things from Presentation of Mary, as well as Hopkinton, Auburn, Boynton, Newfound, and Plymouth. All teams should be up front. Individuals to watch, we have Brianna Malone, Mallory Taylor, Sheldon Fisher, Bella LeMay, Sophie Hopkins, and they're off. Your 2018 D3 Girls Middle School State Championship. Hard to tell an early lead right now. We do see them, the front runners, shooting out. We'll get a new winner this year, as the winner from last year has graduated on to high school. We'll see the action a little bit later.
About 2 minutes when she gets here.
Leading is Brianna Malone from Barrington, followed by Mallory Taylor from Stratford, and then Bella LeMay from Deerfield. And
there's Presentation of Mary and Shaylee Murdoch from Hopkinton, along with Boynton's #1 runner, Pandora Tilton. A lot of Deerfield coming through right now. It's going to be difficult to kind of figure out team scores at this point, but
yeah, it's very tight.
Very tight.
It'll loosen up about a mile in.
Yeah, get up in here. Find the gap. You need a gap up in here. I didn't see Sky either. There we go.
She's out.
Yeah. That is a lot of girls.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I don't know how many. I know that there were 40 boxes or so.
Yeah, about 70 each, probably.
Yeah, well, not all teams will have it, but even so, 40, even if you take that 40 times 5, that's 200 girls. That's a lot of people on this course.
Here comes the end.
There we go. All right, we'll go be at Grand Junction next.
We see our lead cart now, with our leaders somewhat close behind. Cart doing a good job to let the spectators know that runners are coming and get out the way. We do see our leader now from Barrington.
Let's go, Zoe!
That is Brianna Malone. Second, Stratford. We got Deerfield in third. And then the pack starts coming.
They're tired, Zoe. Head up on them. Keep your eyes on them.
3:45 on the clock. We start to see the large masses coming through now. Very big race with all of D3 here.
Let's go, Reese. Your last smile, head up pass. Come on, Reese. Your last smile, head up pass.
So at this point in the race, what's going through your head?
You're just trying to contain, really trying to get to the pack, stick with the people that you're running with.
That's amazing. Runners just keep coming on this 2-mile course here at Cole Brown. A lot of excitement here, a lot of fans here helping to cheer on these kids. Always great to see the future high schoolers and see what they got. As the numbers start to taper off, we're gonna go a little bit further down in the race, throw it over to Mike Smith and Luke Kasich, hanging out in the single track.
All right, coming into the single track.
We have leading is Mallory Taylor.
Mallory Taylor.
Followed by Brianna Malone.
Yep. Both of them looking really good right now. Ladies, can you just step back a little bit? Thank you.
And there's Bella LeMay
From Deerfield. So we've got one Deerfield through. Two Deerfields, another two Deerfields, two Stratford. There's Murda of Hopkinton and first girl from PMA, first girl from Northwood, Newfound rolling. So right now we only have two in from Deerfield, two in from Stratford.
That's the top
now two from Hopkinton.
There's a Nottingham runner, Natalie Sicard.
First from Jaffrey Ringe. There's three in now from Presentation Mary. There's the third Deerfield, third Hopkinton. That's the fourth Deerfield, is that what we saw?
Yeah,
fifth Deerfield. So right now Deerfield definitely has the lead, but there's a fourth Stratford.
Yep.
Second Boynton.
Yep, and there's another Stratford.
Another Stratford and another Deerfield. So it looks like right now we got Deerfield and Stratford, probably with Deerfield with the edge.
Nice.
Another Stratford. There's two more Presentations of Mary. That looks, I think that's their last one.
Yeah, probably.
So they definitely look to be up in the top three anyways.
So the three teams will be Stratford, Deerfield, and
Hopkinton's probably in fourth now. There's another Deerfield. It's our little fifth grader right there.
Yeah.
Couple JRMS. Where my daughter is, she should have been through by now.
Yeah.
There she is. There is a lot of girls here, that's all I can say.
Somewhere around 200 of them.
Somewhere around 200. How many times did you race on this course when you were in middle school?
In middle school,
Did you have it all 4 years, or was it a different course?
Yes, we raced on it at least in the Black Bear Invitational,
Right.
but then the state meet was in it, I believe, my last 2 years.
Yeah.
So about 6 times.
And before you were over at Londonderry?
Yeah, Londonderry.
Where would you have preferred to race?
Well, obviously here, because we trained on this almost every day, so that is we know the terrain and everything.
Do you miss the fact that the Division III guys don't get to race at Londonderry? Did you think that's a deficit for them, or?
No, it's not really that big of a deal. It's
I was actually kind of happy when I heard it was moving up here, just
Yeah.
because the race day over at States for Londonderry was a long day, and by the time you got to those premier race at the end, those kids have been sitting
they're
around for a
tired,
long
yeah.
time. So
Yeah. Yep, this is a pretty quick day over here at the.
it is.
Yep. Tana can't bring it. Oh no.
And they're still coming through. We are about 12 minutes in.
Yep.
They should be just finishing right
Yeah,
about
the
now.
Top runner should be about finished. Yep. Go, Ara! We'll see the tight battle between Brianna and Mallory.
And the tight battle between their teams
Yeah,
and
the other
Deerfield.
teams, yep.
All right. As a
Coming
few
to the
more
end,
runners come through, and then we'll send you to the finish.
And coming on to the track now, we do have a new leader. At least new from the last time we saw.
Following close behind is the previous leader, Brianna Malone.
So first now is Stratford. believe that's Mallory Taylor of Stratford. Good, strong finish. Crossing right around that 12:10 mark. And we got a good gap before we get to third. And after third, the numbers start increasing. Good battle here.
Stratford's number 2.
So a pretty close battle in that top 10 area. Team-wise, I haven't seen a whole lot of repeats in a race this big. It's definitely going to be hard to pick out a winner.
Yeah, right now it's very close.
Hopkinton, I believe that's at least their second. And some close battles right to the line between Boynton and Hopkinton again, so that's 3 from them. How are those Deerfield Dragons looking? What have we seen from them?
I think they have 3, maybe 4 in so far. Looking pretty strong.
Guilford, Barrington.
Barrington has at least 3, I believe.
There's another Deerfield, and I'm seeing 2 more Deerfield. So if they had 2 win, I just saw a group of 3 all within 50 meters.
Yeah, I'd say it's most likely Deerfield right now.
A couple Plymouth coming across together. Newmarket's here. Nottingham's representing.
Yeah.
Another Boynton. They're looking strong today as well. Auburn having a couple across. PMA with a couple. Tell you, we got a lot of close battles going on right now on this track. What's going through your head if you have to try and outkick someone in the last 100 of a race?
You just really want to go all in, and you don't want to give up, because if you get past, it's embarrassing. You just want to send it, try to win.
So is your strategy with that type of thing, are we looking 100 meters out, 400 meters out? When do you make your move?
I make my move about 800 meters out, but I know a lot of people start about 400, maybe 100 if you're Porter.
Of course, that is the voice of Cole Brown's Gavin. You ready for next weekend?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
We're looking pretty good, trying to win. That's what we're hoping for. Oyster is the defending champ, so.
We're also joined at the finish line by Porter Higas, who actually won the JV state championship for D2 and D3. He escaped an interview the other day, so we're going to talk to him right now. So Porter, tell us about the race going into it. What was your mentality on Wednesday?
So there was a couple of Oyster River kids that I want to try and stick with for that first 2 miles, and so there was an Oyster River kid right behind me, or that I stayed with for pretty much the first 2 miles, and then eventually about 800 left. I heard Coach Cox saying you gotta drop the hammer, so that was the point that I decided to kick in a little bit, but. It was a good race, and he definitely gave me a run for the money.
Of course, in track, you're more of that middle distance, 400, 800 style runner anyway, so that could help with the kick, as we do see some more girls on this last stretch kicking it pretty hard. Good few groups coming through. So guys, tell me, what do you think about middle school and what it's done in terms of programs across the state? I know the middle school scene in New Hampshire's always been pretty prominent, but I feel even the last 10 years it keeps emerging more. What are your thoughts? Either of you do it in middle school?
We both did it in middle school, yeah. Porter has probably a lot more experience in that though.
Yeah, no, definitely a good feeder program into the high schools is a very important part of the sport, and through the years you can definitely see that they've started to grow more and more, and the amount of teams that start to have those feeder programs are definitely increasing.
Yeah, and we look at the more successful of the high schools. They've had those feeder programs, and I think the rest of the state's kind of taken notice of that and really done what they can to support these middle schools with it. And I think the middle schools have done a phenomenal job getting everything together. And speaking of phenomenal jobs, can't leave without thanking Lancer Timing for being here. They time in both middle school meets, as well as we'll see them next week for your guys' state meet. So they always do a phenomenal job. So shout out to Lancer Timing. Again, all results will be on Lancer Timing, as well as this year's Meet Hub, Middle School Meet Hub, brought to you by Willem Verwij Physical Therapy. They're your running experts. They do more than just physical therapy, though. You can go over, get a nice run evaluation too. They won't try and change the form. They'll try and complement it. So if, they notice a little bit of a weakness here or there, they'll give you some strengthening just for 1 or 2 muscle groups to really help you excel with your own natural form. So pretty great of them to sponsor us. And as the runners are starting to dwindle down a little bit, once again, this has been NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming to you from the 2018 Division III Middle School State Championships. This has been the girls' race.